leave your name, number, and a brief message at the beep. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
Hey Dano, you in? It's Dan the Man. Dude, I wanted to make a video with you, bro. There he is. Dano.
What up, Dan?
What's up, dude? You are on film right now, brother.
Oh, boy.
Better be nervous. I want to tell everyone about what you've done, man, and so that they can really see that this works. You know what I mean? We need to just have more testimonials. It's something I've been wanting to work on, because I have tens of thousands of people that have written to me over the last 3 years, and I'm glad that you decided to do this. I hope this starts a series of videos to where the world can just go, well, it worked for him, but it would never work for me. I can't live without my blank, you know? But what'd you do, Dan, with the juicing?
Well, the first thing I did was I started watching your videos.
When?
And getting myself educated. But I started slowly incorporating a daily routine of raw food before I started juicing. So smoothies, whole fruits, like you recommend. And I was, way overweight, so I was getting, inspired every day. And I basically did a 3-week juice fast prior to Christmas time. That ended right around a few days before Christmas. And I did so well, I was inspired to do a 60-day juice feast this year, which I just completed. Friday was my last day.
Cool, man. You sent me the picture of the watermelon, huh?
Yeah, that was my first meal, baby.
Nice, man. Did you just put lemon on it?
I did half with lemon. Yeah, it was amazing.
That's the best one of the best meals.
Thank you for recommending that.
Yeah. So, you want to talk about your stats, or you want to keep that to yourself?
I would love to. So basically, late last year, before I started to incorporate the daily smoothies and whatnot, I was hovering around mid-290s, close to 300 pounds, really.
And how tall are you, bro?
And, I'm 6 foot.
So you had a pretty big belly.
Yeah, a lot of inflammation, to be honest with you. I still have some on my midsection, so that's where most of it hung on. But it wasn't like I had just a super solid belly. I kind of have a build similar to yours, where, I have longer, so it just kind of hung around everywhere, from my head to my legs and arms, and obviously the midsection was a big problem area for me.
Cool. So so when did you start the raw foods again?
Well, late last year, I'd say probably in the beginning of November, late October, I started incorporating them into my daily routine.
Okay.
I'm not a big coffee guy, so it wasn't hard. I'm more of a bread, a lot of dairy in the form of cheeses. I wasn't a big meat eater, but I would definitely hit up the chicken on the daily almost sometimes, and occasionally eat red meat and stuff. So, I wasn't eating a clean diet by any means.
So you just...
but I started every day, smoothies for breakfast, and then a lot of fruit during the day. And, I would go back and I would have a lot of cravings. I left this out, but I did a 15-day successful raw diet with very low fat, or actually, no overt fat, no salt. I did that for 15 days, so I was having really, really super, cravings, and I'm sure detox going on, and all kinds of issues with it. But I found that the juice, once I started doing more of the juicing, it was more satiating for me, I want to say.
The juicing was?
And, yeah, definitely. And even when I was just, because I incorporated that slowly, too, before I went on the full 3-week thing late last year. But, it was much easier for me to do just the juicing at that time when I was super heavy,
Yeah, the juice is actually, one thing that's cool about the juices is that since everyone has utilization issues due to the mucus in the small and large intestine, the stomach, and when you break the juices down in the juicer, you get a lot more assimilation of nutrients, and that helps to click off the apostat switch. And you're like, okay, you just drank a jar of juice, and you really just absorbed a lot more. So it actually helps to feed you better than if you're eating the whole foods for a while. And then after a while, once some of the mucus is out and the villi are beginning to absorb better, then you go back to solid foods and you're absorbing a lot more, so you don't need to eat as much, because you're absorbing a lot more of the nutrition. And then you get your requirements, and then it's a lot, it makes it a lot easier to eat lighter and cleaner, fresher foods. You don't have that constant hunger.
Yes.
So what's the weight now, Dan?
Yeah. I was 215 this morning.
So I'm not a mathematician, but let's see, you lost about, 80 pounds?
80 pounds.
How much?
Yeah. 80, yeah, you got it right.
Okay, 80 pounds, and that was over the course of basically, mostly, so about 80, no, you said 15 days of juicing at first, 15 days, or what?
Sorry, it's confusing. This is basically over a 4-month period, being that the first month was kind of experimentation and implementing it into the regular diet, the non-healthy diet. And then, the next month or so, I did that 3-week juice feast after the 2-week raw diet.
Okay.
And I didn't do it immediately after. There's some days in there, but and once I did the juice feast, I lost 30 pounds in 3 weeks before Christmas. And I went to a lot of the mental things were happening. I went to a lot of Christmas parties. I didn't shy away from the family or the food, or I wanted to face those demons because I obviously had some eating issues. Getting as big as I was, my frame's not meant to support 300 pounds, so, that was good. That was a really good healing process. And then, I kind of caved back and, it's okay, now I'm going to treat myself sort of thing. But I think the long-term juice feast that I did, this year, that I just ended 60 days in a row, that was where, everything really started to come together for me. And I just had incredible gains, Dan, in my fitness. And again, I didn't want to push myself too hard on just juice diet, but, every day I got out there and moved, and I took your recommendations, went out running, hit the bicycle. I live in Florida, so I've got no excuses, unless it's raining. The weather's perfect down here, so it's really my own habits and choices that led me to gain the weight in the first place, But, 80 pounds in a matter of a process that took, 4 months or less. It's pretty amazing.
That is pretty good, bro. So tell us and tell the viewers what the main thing was that helped you to improve your health. Was it the 60 days on juice that brought you to a whole nother level?
I think it did. And just encountering just following a lot of your recommendations, keeping a positive frame of mind, getting early nights to bed, and making sure you get yourself enough rest. Because, when you're working, I'm a guy who works a full-time job, during the week, like a lot of people do, But just making sure, that I do get enough activity and, but the juice, physiologically for me, once I got past that first month again, or, I was a week over what I had done before, I was like, okay, well, hell, I was really getting motivated. I can do this. And also just motivating myself. My family has a lot of health issues. I have a lot of close friends and relatives, and fathers of close friends who've had heart attacks, and my grandfather's had a procedure. And it's just like, when I started counting all of those things and firsthand people that I knew who had health problems, that was it. That was the one mental thing. It was like, you got to do this, man.
Yes.
It makes sense, It makes sense to me. Because, you can, especially my family, I have a Cuban family, so, Cuban American family, so we like to eat, a lot of foods that are kind of heavy, a lot of beans and rice, a lot of slow-cooked meat, pork, so it was, aside from the addition to all the standard American stuff, which makes it even worse,
So, raw foods for the win, huh?
Raw foods is for real, and a lot of, there's always skeptics, and there's always, there's a lot of information, but another big motivator for me has been everybody's asking me about it. I'm not the one pushing raw foods on anybody. I get asked about it every day, whether it's coworkers, family, close family, distant family lives out of town, out of the country. Everybody's hearing about it, my family, big Latin family, everybody talks. My grandma gives everybody a little status report every week or every couple weeks when she sees me. So that's motivating as well. And it's inspiring that it's the energy is flowing outward so easily, and I'm not even trying. I'm just trying to take care of myself. I'm trying to heal my problems and improve my health.
Amen, brother.
I can't help it. It's amazing.
Is the love taking over, man? So that's one thing I like to suggest to everybody I talk to is keep this to yourself. Don't go raw for 3 weeks and try to shove it down everyone's throat like the people that come knocking on your door or whatever, trying to convince you of their religion or anything like that. I used to do that. But, and I did that with the raw foods at first. Then I just shut up and did it. And then people saw, whoa, you're getting sober. You're like changing your life. You're way more energetic than you used to be. You're so much happier. You're sober now. I mean, they see the changes in you. The rumors spread. The family talks. Then people start coming to you. And then you say, oh, well, I just had carrot juice and I love apples and I eat raw food. And everything's just really, I've been eating my diet of just fruits and vegetables. And you don't push it. You just tell them what you did. And they stand back and they go, maybe I should eat more fruits and vegetables. Maybe I should buy a juicer. And the love just spreads that way. So I congratulate you, Dan. Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers, bro?
Off the top of my head, no. I just want to reiterate, the message that you're providing. And, especially lately, a lot of your videos have been super, super on point and super, I feel like they're, and I know a lot of people probably share this, but I feel like, you're speaking to me right now as I'm experiencing these things, these changes.
Yeah.
And I just want to urge all the listeners and all the YouTube subscribers and all the people on the email list to keep spreading the love and keep, if they're having difficulties with this, because it's not an easy road. A lot of us have a lot of stresses and problems. But, to keep reinforcing mentally, and keep surrounding yourselves with the positive things, most of which is the food choices, and when you go out to buy your groceries, that's the only way you're gonna keep the momentum high. You got to keep on building, on improving your health, and keep on, flooding your mind with information on a daily basis. I was at my parents' house for 10 minutes just now. We watch TV for like 10 minutes. I don't have cable in the house, so all I see is commercials for poor food, and they're getting bombarded with information on a daily that they don't even really want to pay attention to, but it's just on. Well, if you want to succeed on the raw foods, you need to do the same, but with the positive stuff, and the content that you're providing is very vital to that.
Right on, dude. That's awesome, Dan. Well, I hope that we can do some more of these. That's going to help a lot of people to just keep the faith. I mean, the raw foods works. If you do this for 11 and a half years, and there's no way you can explain the profound transformations that take place. You go from kind of not being that happy very much of the time and frustrated into a state of where you're just pretty much happy like all the time, no matter what happens. Just because you've got energy to work with and you can transform it and recontextualize much more rapidly. Oh, this is no big deal. Drop it. Instead of stewing over things for days and weeks. So get on the raw foods, lose the weight, feel better, transform your life, create your dream, live your dream, give your gift, serve the world by being the love that you already are. So the raw foods, all that does is allow you to quit clogging up the vessel that is the vessel of love. So be that, just like Dano Cano here, the other Mano.
Sure.
And, well, dude, just keep in touch with me, bro, as you progress. I appreciate you taking your time today to make this video for myself and the viewers.
No problem, Dan. I really appreciate you having me on, and I will keep in touch. And I've been doing mono fruit meals and a little bit of green juice since I came off, and I'm keeping the faith, and I'm at the health food store right now. I'm picking up some stuff. I'm good to go, baby. Living it raw.
Right on, dude. Well, it never ends. So, okay, Dan. Peace, man.
Thank you, Dan. Take care.
Lates.
Love you, brother.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope that you got inspired and stoked. It's really about raw foods. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're just trying to provide a little common sense thing here. I'm trying to really purify my heart and just get this message out there and sort of put my myself aside as much as I can. I'm not the best at it. I always think about money and other things and having fun. But I'm trying to work on just giving this message out. That's why, remember back in the RV days, those were the good old days, Crazy Dan. But I'm kind of thinking that maybe, I should, that was back for us when we began at the beginning, for all of you who have been here since the beginning. But maybe if I just kind of, it's just you are changing me, because if I come across as a little bit more, grounded and not so much the long-haired hippie type, then probably can reach a lot of different people. And I feel like it's just important, because it'd be cool to help a lot of people to feel better, to alleviate the pain and the stiffness and the inflammation, and inspire them and motivate them and give them the information that they can use to remove the blockades to their best self. So that's what I'm going to continue to try and do, and thank you for being here to allow me to do that, because it really helps me to feel fulfilled, and I want to see many more people succeed at this, because the simple truths sometimes are the hardest for the world to accept. So let's just keep doing the work, working together, and thanks for supporting me by watching these videos and sharing them with your friends, and taking good care of yourself, and being kind, and subscribing, and then you sign up for my email list, and we keep this thing just going outwards. I'm just trying to give as much as I can. So I'll talk to you all very soon. It's a daily video show, and this is today's daily video. There's a couple actually that I'll probably upload, but many more videos to come. So many topics I want to cover. I'll shut up now, so this will be a shorter video. Thank you, Dan, for hooking it up, man, and the courage. And if anybody else wants to has a good testimonial for me, let's get these down, particularly anybody who's gotten alleviated cancer. I know there's several of you out there. Any other types of chronic or acute illnesses that you want to talk about clearing up, excess weight loss gone. Let's document the raw food success stories. How about that? You know how to get a hold of me at the website, or life-regenerator or liferegenerator@gmail.com. And you can also leave comments down below. I try to read all the comments. Dan, I have a testimonial for you, and I'll just try to connect. I mean, there's so many people getting a hold of me lately, and I'm just trying to stay sane. And most of you have noticed that I've been doing a pretty good job, a little bit better than I've done in the past. I'm taking real good care of myself and making sure I stay on point. So anyways, I'll go now. I keep talking later.